Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general forecast for December 2019. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Okay, let's jump into this. So, a word of advice, real quickly here. Um, kind of gotta get straight to the point here. If you want to hear a reading that is going to be all sunshine and lollipops and gumdrops and all that crap, I'm sorry. This is not going to be the reading for you. So you might just want to click off, exit out of the reading now, unless you want to hear me out and see if any of this resonates. I know some people prefer to stick to all positive, and hey, I wish I could deliver a positive reading every single month to everyone, but that's just not the real world that we live in. Everyone has problems. Some of us have more problems than others, so this reading is going to resonate with a certain group of Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. It's not going to resonate with all of you, okay? So I'm just giving that warning up front. And I say that with love and respect. I don't want anybody to feel like they wasted their time or anything. So, I respect your opinion. If you want to watch something that's going to be all positive, then go for it. But I have to read the cards as they come out and as they lie. I gotta read them as they are. Okay. So if you're still with me, here we go. So our first card is the Temperance card. So anytime I see Temperance, I know that we are working with other people, and we are definitely learning to be tolerant and patient of other people. We all always bring something to the table, so to speak. You have your sets of skills and abilities that you're really good at, and everyone else has their own sets of skills and abilities as well. And sometimes we may not necessarily agree with one another, but we all can contribute. So typically, if you work with a group of people or just have to deal with groups of people in general, this is just one of those cards of saying, okay, we're going to have to be patient and tolerant and hear other people out. But the overall message I'm getting here, based off of all the other cards that I'm seeing, we're going to have to potentially hear other people out and try to remain tolerant and not lose our cool and become impatient. We need to stay in balance emotionally and mentally. And Libra, you guys are a great sign for logic, reasoning ability. Sometimes we have to pull our emotions out of things to get an objective point of view, so to speak. So this can help. But I do always like to mention when I see this card, no matter if it's upright or reverse, just make sure that you're being patient and you take time to slow down and smell the roses and appreciate the beautiful things. Because if we're constantly speeding past and trying to get everything done quick, fast, and in a hurry, we can miss valuable opportunities. And I don't want you guys to miss an opportunity, so we just kind of need to slow down. But I like the fact that it's upright, so we're in balance. So that's great. Okay, so the next card we have the Four of Cups. So this is definitely a card of self-reflection, just withdrawing, kind of being in ourself. We're reflecting and introspecting. This could be tied to some things that have happened in the past. This can just be born out of, I'm just feeling like I'm stuck in a rut. I'm bored. I just blah, Now, if we see a cup is being offered to this man here, and he's looking up at it, but look at his body language. That body language screams mistrust. I don't trust this cup that's being offered to me. And the cup represents an opportunity, okay? But you can tell he's very, very leery. He's like, I don't think I can trust. And so I also want to remind you guys, I always say take what resonates and leave the rest, because some things are going to resonate and some won't. And that's okay. So take what resonates and leave the rest. So yeah, definitely going through a period of just blah, boredom, feeling like we're stuck in a rut, feeling like things are not where we want them to be. Perhaps in your relationships, romantic or platonic, you could be feeling bored, maybe unappreciated. You know, it could be many different things, but we're definitely doing some reflecting on our own feelings and emotions and our current situation right now. And there could be an opportunity that's being presented to you, but you just like, yeah, I don't know. Don't know if that's going to work for me. Okay, so the next card is the Hanging Man in the reverse position. So what this tells me is that you guys have already gone through something here. You've went through a change. Your awareness has changed, okay? And with this change of awareness, we cannot move backwards. So there tends to be a tendency to hang on or cling to an image of ourselves that is no longer real or genuine. It's like trying to hang on to our old image. And typically why we do this is fear is the culprit behind it all. Typically we can fear, you know, that maybe people will not love us or accept us for who we are now. Because when I see this card, I know a change has taken place. You are not the same person that you were, say, a year ago. You've been through a huge change of awareness, and you know this, but everyone else around you may not know this or see it, because you're still trying to maintain that old image of, you know, everything's still the same, I'm still me. You're still you, but you're looking at things through a whole new set of spectacles, so to speak. Also, when I see this card, this is very much a card of prophetic ability and dreaming. So for some of you, you might be having a bit more intuition, a bit more gut feelings, maybe some very vivid or potentially psychic prophetic dreams. This is definitely one of those cards where you do need to pay attention to your dreams, because some very good, valid psychic information could be coming through them. But most of all, this card is wanting you to embrace that you are a different person and that you have shifted awareness. All you have to do is just surrender and let go, because a new direction is being there is a new direction waiting for you, but you're keeping yourself because you're staying stuck in the same situation because you don't want to reveal this new aspect, this new awareness of yourself. You don't want to reveal these changes that you've been through, and it's born out of fear. But listen to me, Libra. If people do not love you and accept you as you are and love you unconditionally, then tell them to kick rocks, okay? You can find better, you deserve better, okay? And that's just the simple truth of it. You know, you have to be true to yourself above all else, and only you can do that. You know, so well, I know that Libras love to be people pleasers, but at the end of the day, you cannot forget to please yourself, okay? Because you're the only one that can do that. Now, while you guys run around and try to take care of everybody else, you need to take time to take care of yourself. This is very important. But I want you guys to fully accept yourself as you are right now in this moment and embrace that, okay? Allow this change to happen and to take you in this new direction that's being opened up. Because you're kind of delaying this by hanging on to the old image that you are not anymore, okay? You have changed. Okay, so, sorry, that's a little hardcore, but it's about to get more hardcore here. So, for the next card, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. We got all swords here at the bottom. So, Seven of Swords in the reverse. So, I always look at this as a bit of a theft type of card, but not just theft. That can be part of it. But this card represents first and foremost sneaky behavior, whether it's upright or reversed. Okay, so with this sneaky type of behavior, deception definitely would fall under this type of energy, okay? One could even say that this is a card of the pathological liar. Now, don't shoot the messenger, just hear me out. This card could be representing a situation that you're going through. This could be someone else that is displaying these type of characteristics. Or this could be you displaying these type of characteristics. So you'll know which side of the fence that you fall on. Or if it doesn't resonate at all, you'll know. So with that going forward, trust me, I don't judge. I don't judge. We all have lessons to learn, and they're going to be different for every single one of us. So it is what it is. As long as we learn, that's all that matters. So again, no judgment from me. Okay. Now, this can also be a card of the cheater. So there could be some cheating in regards to a relationship. There could also be some sort of plagiarism comes up under this card too. So, you know, trying to take credit for someone else's work, you know, this can be an issue as well. Again, you can land on either side of it. You could be the victim of this or the perpetrator. I hate to put it that way, but that's just how it is. You'll know which side you belong on here. So, now, sometimes this card can indicate that maybe we've done something that we're not proud of, and maybe our conscience is just really poking at us, and we feel like we need to come clean and apologize. So, sometimes we could lean that way. If we have done something wrong, our conscience could be getting the better of us. This card could be popping up to say, hey, if you've been feeling like you need to speak up and tell the truth, then this is exactly the message for you. Do so. Now, if you know that you haven't done anything wrong, you've been standing in line with integrity, and you feel like you could potentially be on the receiving end of this, well, then I'm going to say very, very much beware, okay? Be very, very careful of this type of person. You need to be careful. You need to be guarding yourself, because there is a tendency to just overlook things and turn a blind eye, especially if this is related to a relationship. You might look at the person like, oh, like you could be getting warning signs and you're just turning a blind eye to it. Like, oh, it's not what I'm thinking. You know what? You need to pay attention, okay? So I've clarified. Oh, okay, yeah. And I got two cards that came with it. First one, Ten of Wands. So it kind of makes me wonder, is someone dropping their burdens upon you? Or could you potentially be dropping your burdens upon someone else? Again, you'll know which side you fall on. And if someone is dropping their burdens upon you, you might feel like you've been duped, like you've been lied to, deceived, betrayed, maybe even scammed, conned. Because again, this can represent someone who is a trickster, who is a pathological liar. And it can also represent coming clean too, so. But yeah, we got to watch out for someone trying to drop a load on us here. So then the next card is the Six of Coins. So this could have something to do with money. So for some of you, this could be someone who tricks you regarding financial matters. Someone could be perhaps maybe offering you some type of financial assistance or help or a loan, but we need to beware here. I would definitely say if this involves any sort of legal contracts, don't sign anything without really looking it over. Now Mercury is direct, but we are still in the post shadow phase, and technically my time zone, we come out of it on December the 7th, 2019. But depending on your time zone and where you are in the world, it could be December 8th. So let's just say December 8th for the sake of argument here. And typically if we have done something wrong, if we've made a bad judgment, created a misunderstanding, or if there was a miscommunication on our end, an omission, typically things like that happen during the retrograde will be revealed. The repercussions of it and the revealing of it happens during the post-shadow phase, which is from today on to, let's say, December 8th, and I am recording this on the 21st. No, excuse me, the 22nd of November. So, okay. So yeah, just be careful, because between now and the 8th of December, those things can be revealed in the post-shadow phase. But I just want you guys to be careful that if there are any sort of like offers of help, don't sign anything. You definitely want to read it thoroughly, and I would wait until the 8th if you can before you sign anything. Don't be afraid to reach out and seek out some advice if it's a legal contract of any sorts, because you definitely don't want to lock yourself into something. And we have to beware of this trickster, scam artist type of energy, okay? Not that everyone that you come in contact with is going to be like that, but there is a potential for someone to take advantage. And for some of you, you could be the one taking advantage. Again, no judgment here, but we definitely need to heed the warning signs here, because particularly for those of you who might be doing something that is not in line with integrity and maybe trying to cheat the system a bit, heed my warning. Stop now. Clear your conscience. Own it. Take accountability. Own up to it. Or if you don't want to do that, just stop, okay? Because I'm here to tell you, you'll be exposed if you don't. So, okay. Please don't shoot the messenger, because that is not for every one of you. Okay, so the next card is the Page of Swords. So, when I see the Page of Swords, to me, this is, and yes, I have clarified, I got the Emperor in reverse, so, whew. Okay, when I see the Page of Swords, this is my spying card, okay? This can be a spy. This card can also represent gossip. So, this card can also represent learning information from a third party. Spying, third-party information. This can be someone that's like a double agent. Sometimes can represent, given the cards that I'm seeing together, we need to watch out for people who are very, very two-faced. Okay, and so yeah, two-faced. This card can also indicate that situations may pop up. Some of these circumstances that could pop up could be rather strange, have strange twists to them, or an unexpected type of feel to them. And we may have to make decisions quickly under this type of energy. But we do want to make sure that we're making the right decision. But typically under this type of energy, we don't have very long, so we have to make a decision quickly. We just want to make sure that we make the right decision. So again, use your good logic and reasoning abilities. That'll help you make your decisions. Okay, so clarified, and we get the Emperor in the reverse position. So this definitely kind of worries me a bit. So the Emperor in reverse, this is someone who is literally straight up bully, okay? Typically, they fear losing control. This can be someone that has like dictator type of control issues. You know, they fear losing control and power. And unfortunately, I hate to mention this, but this can definitely indicate abuse. And I'm hoping that is not going on. But I'm feeling that for some of you, there could be a relationship that you're in, and again, this could be a romantic or platonic relationship, but there you could be in a relationship or in a situation with someone who is abusive. They could potentially be a pathological liar, bully, maybe even a bit of a serial cheat. Because to make matters worse, we got the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck as well. So there is definitely an emphasis on some sort of dishonesty, and it's going to be revealed. Okay, so the Emperor, I mean, unfortunately, there can be a lot of power struggles with this type of energy here. And if you are in a situation like this, you don't want to be controlled by someone. You don't need that, Libra. You really don't. You know, and sometimes we can try to control a situation out of fear. And especially if you happen to be doing this stuff, you could fear losing your position of power. Your position of power. You might fear losing that authority, an ability to control someone's life. But I'm feeling that a lot of you are more on the receiving end of this type of behavior. And this is not the type of energy that I want you guys to be in. This is not good. And if you are in a relationship of some sort with someone who is abusing their power and literally potentially might be abusing you, whether it's physically, mentally, verbally, gaslighting comes to mind, you don't need that. I'm serious. You really don't need that. You deserve better. And I hope you guys can realize this. You know, some things, all things, not all things, come. Oh, I'm getting so flustered here with this because I don't like when people are being treated unfairly and being bullied. That is just like a trigger for me. Oh, I don't like it. And, well, that's what this Emperor, he is taking advantage of his position of authority. Bully, bully, bully. Don't let this type of person control you. Some people just cannot be saved. Some people do not want to change. And if this is someone in your life and you are on the receiving end of this behavior from someone, I'm telling you, I really do not think that they are going to change. And no matter how much you may want to see the good in them and try to forgive them, I don't think they're going to change. But to each his own. Again, no judgment. Do whatever you know is best for you, your situation. I just don't want anybody mistreating you guys, because that is just inappropriate and wrong on every level. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords. So this looks like we've been through a battle, okay? And within this battle, we might even feel like we've been wounded or rejected. For some of you, you might be struggling with depression, anxiety. There could even be bipolar for a few of you. That's not going to resonate with all of you, but there is definitely some issues regarding stress, anxiety, depression, for sure. And how could there not be, given all these hardcore cards that are coming in? And if you're really dealing with someone like this, of course you're stressed out. But it's like now we're getting a temporary break and we're trying to rest and recuperate for the next battle, so to speak. You know, so for some of you, this could, indicate going away to a retreat, going on vacation. For literally maybe one or two of you, this could indicate that you could be trying to heal up after a surgery or any health problems. If you are experiencing some health problems and perhaps maybe continuing to try to put them in the back of your mind and just blow them off, this card is definitely screaming, do not blow any potential health issues off anymore. Go get them checked out immediately, please. Because the sooner that we can get in, the sooner that we can start treating whatever it may be, and the better chance of a better outcome for us, okay? And then we can get on the road to recovery. But all in all, most of the time when I see this card, it's more like mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion, emotional exhaustion. We can only handle fighting and battling with people for so long, and then it's like, God, I need a break. So sometimes this can be a bit of a white flag, a truce type of energy, but it's only temporary. So we're going to have to get back up and get back in and finish this, so. And for some of you, this card can definitely indicate feeling rejected, maybe even wounded. So, clarification, I get two cards, the Moon and the Lover's card. So, wow. Alright, so with the Moon card in the reverse position, I'm going to say watch out for self-deception, okay? Make sure that you're not deceiving yourself. Make sure that you're seeing things exactly as they are. Don't kid yourself. Don't make excuses for people and their bad behavior, okay? See things as they really are. Now, this can also indicate that perhaps that you're about to learn something, or you already have learned something. Some sort of secret was exposed or soon will be exposed. What's done in the dark always comes to the light. And that's why I say, if it is you that could potentially be doing something that would not be good, come clean now. The sooner the better. But I'm feeling most of you are probably on the receiving end of this, and that's why I'm saying something could potentially be revealed. And it could be revealed through gossip or come from a third party. This is very possible. You might learn something. But all truth is going to come to light. Don't deceive yourself about none of it, though. And then we have the Lovers card, so this could directly be pointing towards a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to. This card covers relationships of all sorts, mostly romantic, but this can be any relationship as long as there is mutual love, you know, and a connection there. You know, those types of relationships are covered here as well. But most of all, when I see the Lovers card, this is about making the right choices and the right decisions for where you are right now and for where you want to be in the future. And so we definitely have a choice to make and a battle to complete. And the truth is coming to the light, so yeah. You got to do what is best for you, okay? And I don't want you guys being mistreated. I just, no, it doesn't work for me. Now, bottom of the deck, we get the Knight of Swords. I swear this reading's hit me the hardest out of all of them here. Oh, you poor things. Oh. Okay, Knight of Swords in reverse. This card is definitely one that is worrisome because sometimes when I see this card, I can throw all the warnings I want out there to people, but they just might be too late. Everything is set in motion and going already. So I like to be able to help prevent things, but sometimes it's not always possible. Anywho, let's carry on. So, Knight of Swords in reverse. This is someone who does not have the best intentions, okay? This can be someone who can literally lead you into danger. This could be a potential conman. Deception, dishonesty, I always associate that with this card in the reverse position. In the upright position, honest. And about getting to the truth of the matter. In the reverse position, oh no, there's deception. And we're trying to keep you away from the truth of the matter. So, yeah, I don't like this energy at all. And again, you know, it can point towards duplicity. This could be pointing towards someone who is extremely two-faced. This can be someone who is a very aggressive, violent bully. Or someone who is just exhibiting some very nasty, bully-like behavior. And we don't want that. This is, yeah, not good. So we definitely have some choices to make. And I just want you guys, the ones who are on the receiving end of this nasty energy, let me tell you, my advice is to definitely get out of whatever relationship, whatever that tie is. I would snip it. I would cut them loose, because you deserve so much better. Now, to each his own. Some of you might be capable of forgiving, you know, especially if this is an infidelity. To each his own. But I just want you guys to love yourself and value yourself and know that you deserve to be treated way better. You do not deserve to be treated like this. Okay? You want someone that's going to love you unconditionally, because that's what you deserve, is someone to love you unconditionally and who will be loyal to a fault. Okay. That was heavy. Alright, so now we're going to move on. For those of you who have watched my readings before, I normally use the Romance Oracle cards, but I have recently gotten a new deck, and I really like this new deck. This deck does cover relationships, romantic relationships, but it also covers the relationships, that are with our parents, our siblings, our children. Can also be the relationships with our friends, our co-workers. But most importantly, it covers the relationship that we have with ourselves, which is the most important relationship of all, the relationship with self. Now, the name of this deck is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. I really like these. It's like a heart chakra on the back of them. Beautiful, gilded, gold gilded deck. Very, very beautiful. And I like the overall messages. I'm still in the process of reading this book. They are similar to the tarot, but they don't have any tens, pages, knights, kings, queens. So they are a little bit different, and they are all geared towards relationships. So for now, I'm going to read the book. That way you guys get all the details. Now, something I do want to point out is this is the Four of Cups, this is the Four of Cups, Temperance, Balance in this deck. So it's pretty crazy that the first two cards that came out are the first two that came out in this deck as well. So that just tells me it's driving home these messages, so you really need them. So I'm going to read them. So, Four of Cups, opportunity beckons. Okay. Keywords: boredom, disillusion, vigilance, and action. Often in affairs of the heart, you may become complacent, even bored with what you have. You forget to see the magic of your interactions with others and fail to invest time and effort to maintain the human loving link. If you've been looking for a relationship for some time without success, you may become disillusioned or discouraged, no longer believing that a relationship will manifest. Your enthusiasm diminishes, and you no longer provide the universe with the energy needed to produce the relationship. The same is true of struggling too long to improve an existing relationship. Now is not the time, for complacency. This is your opportunity to attain what you've been seeking or to improve what you have. It requires vigilance, action, and enthusiasm. Lift your spirits and look for the opportunity that will present itself, and then act. Okay. Okay, so the next one is balance. I really like how this card came out. We have, it looks like one person, but we see the male and the female. I really like that. Okay, keywords: renew, acknowledge, compromise, equality, harmony, and healing. Balance is important in all aspects of life, but it is especially important in relationships, both with others and with yourself. This card suggests that you examine your relationships to see if they are truly in balance. A healthy relationship should include time to be together as well as apart. Take some time in peaceful solitude to renew your acquaintance with yourself. Acknowledge what you bring to the relationship and what your partner brings to the relationship. Ensure that you both play an equal role and that no one person dominates. Compromise is required in order for a relationship to be harmonious. Be willing to give and receive. By finding the middle ground, You'll help to ensure that your needs and the needs of your partner are met. Compromise also includes accepting that people are individuals with different personalities and ways of looking at the world. Embrace your differences. Rejoice in your similarities. If you find yourself at odds, be willing to work through issues honestly and with love. Confident that your differences, can be resolved. This is an excellent time to help heal discordant relationships by bringing them into better balance. If you're seeking a romantic relationship, balancing aspects of your own life will open the way to new love. Also, making sure that your relationships with family and friends are in balance will set the tone for the new romance that is on its way to you. And then there's an affirmation. I embrace our differences and bring balance and healing to my relationships. Okay. Okay, so the next card, helpless and hopeless. There is a better message for this, so don't get too discouraged by hearing that. This would be Eight of Swords, I believe. Okay. Keywords: restricted, obstacles, powerless, and action. While the title of this card may sound bleak, don't let it scare you. This card arrives as a wake-up call to adjust your thinking about a situation or a relationship. You may feel that obstacles have been placed in your way, preventing you from achieving your dreams around love. You may think that your situation is beyond hope and that you are powerless to improve it. Nothing could be further from the truth. However, all of that is required is a willingness to take action. Assess your current state of affairs. Assess your current state of affairs and decide what needs to change. Then take decisive steps to make those changes and move yourself into a position of empowerment. By taking action, you take charge of the situation. Feel the power in that. Recognize that you do have the ability to create the relationships of your dreams, and nothing can hold you back unless you let it. Take charge, step into your power, and watch your relationships flourish. So see, that's actually a very beautiful message, but you don't think you're going to get that when you see that card. Okay, so for the bottom of the deck, we have New Vitality, which I believe would be the Ace of Wands, I believe. Keywords: revitalize, focus, enthusiasm, and joy. There is great potential to revitalize your relationships right now, both with others and with yourself. Seize this energy and infuse more warmth and enthusiasm into all of your relationships. Have fun with other people and feel how this will lift your energy and spirits. This raised rate of vibration will assist in improving current relationships and in drawing new relationships to you. See your loved ones in a different light. For the time being, set aside any difficulties. Focus on humorous and loving aspects, and think of creative ways to add more laughter to your life. The more joy you add, the greater the energy level and the higher the vibration, bringing beautifully renewed vitality. Let your relationships sparkle. Your spirit guides are ready to help with this, and ask them for assistance. So, love that message. And typically I always look at the bottom of the deck as for what the people will want to know about. So, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to take this moment to say, if you're not subscribed and you've made it through this reading, Yes, I'm very honest. I just say it as it is. Sorry. But not sorry. But I appreciate if you made it through. Now, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and hey, support me, please. I do provide personal readings, so if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the information will be below in the description box, so you'll be able to contact me there. And hey, if you'd like to support my channel so I can continue to do this, a donation would be greatly appreciated, but not necessary. So let me just throw that out there. Okay, kind of a shameless plug, but we're moving on. Okay, Libras, please take care of yourself. I want you guys to find peace. I want you to accept your new awareness and definitely love yourself, okay? And know that you deserve to be loved unconditionally, and you deserve to have somebody that's going to be loyal. If you're loyal, then you need somebody that's going to be loyal right back for you, okay? Keep your head up. I love you guys, and I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love.